Hi everyone, my name's Gerald. So I recently tried to do what I'm calling my Rim to River Challenge, which is a hike down the south part of the Grand Canyon, the South Rim, down Kaibab Trail all the way to Phantom Ranch, and then up Bright Angel Trail. It's 17 miles long and it's really a super tough hike. I do have some recommendations for you at the end of this video on if you are thinking about taking this hike. So without any further ado, enjoy the hike. Hi everyone. So I'm starting my Rim to River Challenge at Kaibab Trail. Yep, only have about 17 miles to go. So I'm probably about a mile in. Really beautiful through here. Trail is really nice. It's not terribly steep. I've got these trekking poles now. You know, I think this does make the downhill climb a little easier because I'm able to use these to kind of distribute my weight as I'm going down the hill. Yeah, so this is Ooh-Ah Point. Not sure how far this is into the hike, but you get to say ooh and ah. So we basically have the canyon on both sides. We got this little walkway here. This is kind of cool. How far did we come, do you know?
I'm not sure, a mile and a half.
So he says we've come a mile and a half. Yeah, I think it's more like 3 miles. We'll see. I've taken 2 spills so far. And this is what I look like. This is my knee. So it's a little slippery going down the hill, and then there's some rocks. And so both times my right foot slipped in front of me, twisted my ankle a little bit, focus a little bit more on where I'm placing my foot. So here's our first view of the Colorado River. It doesn't seem that far away. Look at this view. My legs are freaking toast, man. This is just constant downhill. It's really tough. I'm looking forward to going uphill, actually. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Okay. Kind of a crazy tunnel here. And then you hit the bridge. It's pretty cool. That's one full river. The Bright Angel Trail campground. And so yeah, it's right next to the river and it's so beautiful here. So this is the world famous Phantom Ranch. They've got a bunch of rooms down here. They've got a lot of people staying here. They've got souvenirs and t-shirts. Hey. Oh, they've got a pharmacy. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know how much it would cost to stay down here. That'd be really cool. All right, so it's 12:03 and I'm at Phantom Ranch. Just got some water and just kind of refreshments, and had a couple big glasses of water with electrolytes in them. And yeah, it's took me, I think I started at 7:30 and took me about 4.5 hours to get down here. So we'll see how I do coming back up. So now it's all uphill. The other side was straight downhill. Now we got all this river sand that we're having to deal with. So this is no fun. All right. I think I'm almost done with this. My right ankle is shot. My left ankle is shot. Both of my knees were shot. So the only thing I really had left were my arms, because I was using my poles. Now my left elbow is shot. So the only thing I got left is my right arm to get me up the rest of this frickin' Grand Canyon. We're coming up on Indian Garden, and so I'm gonna take a little break here when we officially get there, and then we'll push to the 3 Mile House before we take our next break. This was a bad idea. I wasn't ready for this. Nope. My legs are just cramping up. Putting 17 miles going downhill and back uphill. Nope. Just got a mile and a half to go though, so I can make it. All right, I'm making some progress. Cramps have kind of left for a little bit. I guess the water and maybe the cooler temperatures and that banana I ate might have helped. But yeah, I think I got a little less than a mile left. Whew, this was really unbelievable. Yeah, I'm definitely not ready for rim to rim, that's for sure. All right, I can see the finish line. This last mile and a half, it's been actually a little bit better. Got a banana in me and some water. So the cramps are still close, but yeah, at least it didn't cramp up, so that's awesome. And so now we don't got any more switchbacks, we just got some uphill to go. Oh my God, wow, this is something else. That's where we came from. All right, so I hope you enjoyed watching me on that hike. So first off, this is an extremely difficult hike. I can't emphasize this enough. I saw so many people, young people that looked to be in great shape that were really struggling at the end. A lot of people were saying, I'm never doing this again. So if you're gonna do this hike, you need to prepare. So beforehand, you need to do lots of hiking with lots of elevation work where you're going up hills and down hills and spending a good amount of time outdoors just to get prepared for this hike. Secondly, and I don't think I can emphasize this enough, the differences in the conditions from the top of the rim to the bottom of the canyon are just so different. I did this hike in early May. I started off at around 7:30 and it was in the low 40s. It was cold. I was wearing a jacket. When I got down to the bottom of the canyon at Phantom Ranch, it was well over 90 degrees. And then when I started up and went to the Devil's Triangle, oh my goodness, it was full sun exposure, so hot. I felt sick going up that triangle. And so you really need to prepare. You need to bring lots of sunscreen. You probably should wear some protective outerwear, some thin protective outerwear to protect your sun from the exposure. And water is so important to make sure that you stay hydrated. So since I just talked about water, you really need to check the conditions on the Bright Angel Trail. So we started in early May, and I kind of assumed that there was going to be water at the 1.5 mile house and 3 mile house. Luckily, my wife's like, you should check. And so I did, and I go to the site, and yeah, there's no water. And so I made sure that I was prepared. I had this backpack here, this really light backpack that had a bladder built into it. And so, you know, I was able to fill up with water at Indian Springs. And I had plenty of water, but there was a lot of people, I mean a lot, that got to that got to the 3 mile house, and they were so surprised to not have water. And they suffered for it because they didn't have enough water to get them to the top. Sure, they made it, but they were in tough shape. So make sure you check the conditions of the water, especially if you're not doing this hike. And I wouldn't recommend doing this hike in summer, but if you do the hike, like in April or May, make sure you check the water conditions just to be sure. So if you watched me do that hike, you saw how I struggled at the end of the hike. I had plenty of water. I had some extra kind of food sources, but I didn't have the kind of energy sources that I think I needed. When I had the water with the electrolytes, that helped me so much. And that's actually when I did the best part of the hike because I was feeling great. I only brought 2 of those with me. I wish I would have had a lot more so that I could have had some more electrolytes with me as I was going up those hills. I also ran out of kind of the energy gummies, and I really wish I would have had those. I was cramping up really badly at the end. The bananas that I had got actually really bad, but you need to have something with you to try to help with cramping because I cramped up really bad. So yeah, make sure that you have enough energy sources with you in your backpack when you do this hike, and try to save them towards the end too, because you're really going to need them. So if you watched my hike, you saw that I fell twice going down Kaibab Trail. It's really dusty in both Kaibab Trail and Bright Angel. So if you do go down Bright Angel instead of Kaibab, it's really dusty as well. Maybe it was, I basically think it's going to be dry in the Grand Canyon. And so here's the shoes that I had. And so you can kind of see the tread. Not terrible, but really not great. And here's the new shoes that I got, so you can see the differences between the tread and the two shoes. So you can see how knobby the new ones are compared to the old ones. They're kind of flat. And I really wish I would have had new shoes. Also, these hiking boots are pretty heavy. These are actually really great hiking boots. These are Keen. But yeah, try to make sure that you check your shoes before you go. Make sure that you have shoes that are relatively sticky, that are knobby, that have lots of traction. And also try to use the lightest weight ones that you have, because my legs felt really heavy at the end, and having lighter shoes I think really would have helped. Lastly, you're really gonna want to ensure that you have the right gear. You don't want to have a real heavy backpack when you're doing this hike. I've got this really nice really nice backpack, and I got this specifically for this hike. It's the Nero 18. Yeah, so this one has a really nice bladder that's built into it that can hold a lot of water, I think 3 liters. It has really nice lightweight straps on the back, and it also has straps for the hip. So it really is light, and it really hugs your body very well. I also had these trekking poles that I got from REI. So these were really nice as well. It was the first time I used them, but they did help quite a bit. Take the downhill and also help me to go uphill. So yeah, I'll have the links to these products in the description if you want to check them out. But yeah, I can't emphasize enough making sure that you have the right gear to do this hike. So although this hike didn't go as expected, I'm not giving up. So my goal is to be able to do the rim to rim hike. I was going to try to do the rim to rim next fall, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that or not. I need to do a lot more preparation. I need to do a lot more long distances. I need to do a lot more hill work. I probably need to practice a little more with my trekking poles, and maybe try some lighter shoes when I'm doing some of this work to save my legs a little bit more. But I need to probably do this hike one more time when I'm in better shape, and to complete it without quite the difficulty that I had. So I know that if I can do this hike successfully with not just being totally destroyed, I should be ready for the rim to rim. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next time I can tackle this hike and do a little bit better. So if you got some value from this video, please like it, and also consider subscribing to my channel. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next one again very soon.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays, way back a year